From the spectral figures that vanish in the blink of an eye, to the hidden forces of nature, to the unpredictability of animals in the wild, this video explores the strange and the unexplained.
What the heck is that?
City life offers the constant hum of humanity. A glance in any direction confirms I'm not alone. The countryside, however, is a different story. In the deep quiet of the woods, an unseen presence prickles at the back of my mind. Who or what might be watching from the shadows? Videos like this one turn a nagging unease into stark terror. The owner claims he was utterly alone when this footage was taken. Yet there, a shadowy figure emerges from behind a tree, striding purposefully before fading from view. Notice the translucence, as if cloaked in something not quite of this world. Did it sense the owner's presence before slipping away? Whatever it is, the sight is profoundly unsettling. What is this figure capable of? Could it be armed or dangerous? Are we surrounded by such beings, oblivious to their spectral gaze? This video has me watching over my shoulder, and not just in the woods. From spectral figures to towering, hairy beasts, our next clip comes from Sequoia National Park, allegedly offering definitive proof of Bigfoot. The legend of Bigfoot is a captivating one. A massive, elusive humanoid akin to an ape, or, at the very least, unseen in any widely accepted footage. While I hold a healthy dose of skepticism about Bigfoot, I must admit, with so many high-quality cameras at our fingertips, it seems incredible that such a large creature could remain hidden. We lack not only clear modern footage, but also any recent archaeological evidence. However, let's give credit where it's due. This video quality is impressive. It offers an unusually detailed view of Bigfoot, yet that's precisely what feels off. The figure appears almost too perfect. Its movements lack a certain natural fluidity, seeming somewhat staged. Still, a part of me yearns for this to be genuine. The thrill of confirming a long-held mystery would be undeniable. Unlike our last clip, there's something undeniably unsettling yet strangely compelling about this footage. It calls to mind those science fiction films where a shimmering portal opens, letting otherworldly horrors in.
What the heck is that?
Just look at that. The vibrant blue, the jellyfish-like form. It's both breathtaking and deeply unnerving. The lack of an easy explanation only adds to the fear factor. I'm no scientist, but I struggle to imagine any earthly phenomenon that could cause this. Let's just say it's a portal. They seem to move away in opposite directions as the light fades, slowly drifting apart. Could those be spacecrafts, emerging and then departing the scene? The mind races. I'll leave you to draw your conclusions. Share your theories in the comments section. From the depths of space to the depths of the ocean, the next clip reveals a different kind of alien horror. Here, we see a parasitic creature seemingly feasting upon a fish.
Man, is it? Oh, this is live, folks. Look at that.
Observe its deceptive camouflage, those nightmarish, wriggling appendages. This creature is disturbingly fascinating. Notice the gashes in the fish's flesh. Were they inflicted by the fisherman or by the parasite itself? My instincts say the latter. It suggests the worm has been preying upon its host for some time, and the fish slowly consumed from within, unaware of its impending doom. We're not simply talking about predators in the wild, but something far more insidious. The world of parasites is profoundly unsettling, and while some play a vital role in the ecosystem, the very concept makes my skin crawl. Let's switch gears from creepy crawlies to something that moves at lightning speed. This clip comes from Silicon Valley, California. Blink and you'll miss it. Okay, what was that? Way too fast for a bird. And that metallic glint tells us it's not organic. I've never seen a drone zip around like that, so scratch that off the list. Too small for an aircraft. Could it be a UFO or a UAP as they call them these days? Whatever the label, there's definitely a shift happening. Suddenly, officials who used to scoff at this stuff are admitting there are unexplained sightings. Personally, I'm fascinated by the possibility that we're not alone. In this immense universe, it seems unlikely that we're the only intelligent life out there. If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. Speaking of, are we alone? Have you heard of scopophobia? It's the intense fear of being watched. And let me tell you, this channel has given me a bad case of it. This next clip is the perfect example. At first, it seems tranquil. A scenic lake, those rugged hills. But then, the camera pans to something perched high above. Did you catch that? A creature lurked there, intently observing him. The moment it's spotted, it bolts, vanishing from sight. Now what's more chilling? A creature that didn't realize it was being watched, or one clever enough to hide on cue. Seriously, what could it be? A person in strange camouflage? An undiscovered animal that's deliberately avoiding humans? Or could it even be something otherworldly, an alien observer? Whatever it may be, I am not venturing out alone ever again. If the last clip left room for doubt, this one seems to scream alien.
What the fuck? Holy sh**.
The person filming claims this happened on their property. He was using night vision to record his cat when something caught its attention. Panning the camera, he captures what, if genuine, is one of the most astounding alien encounters on film. This isn't a quick glimpse. They interact with the creature for almost 2 minutes. Granted, the video's grainy. But look at that figure. It's the textbook gray alien. From their startled voices, it's clear they're baffled and a bit terrified. The alien doesn't retreat, instead boldly displaying itself. Worse, it appears to wield some sort of laser device. Driven by curiosity, the person rushes towards the spot, only to find nothing. It vanished as if it was never there. He races back to the porch, terrified, and the alien reappears. This time, fear outweighs curiosity. He cowers, filming from afar as the alien stands, the laser still aimed. It's chilling on so many levels, almost like a predator toying with its prey. Our next clip takes us to India, recorded on January 5th, 2017, near midnight. Let's take a look. At first, it's an ordinary backyard scene. Then, out of nowhere, a shadowy, spectral figure emerges from behind the house. It seems to be taking an aimless stroll. A few steps, a pause, then it turns and vanishes back from whence it came. Let's watch that again. This might not be the most terrifying ghost video ever, but it's undeniably puzzling. Is it a trick of the light, a clever bit of editing, or something else? Could this spirit simply be replaying a routine from its living days? Is it a recent passing or something bound to this space for all eternity? These clips raise profound questions about the nature of life and the mysteries that might lie beyond it. For all our technological advancement, there's still so much we simply don't understand. This clip is another perfect example of why wild animals, no matter how seemingly docile, can be unpredictable. Here we see a man in what looks like a cozy countryside home, facing off with a rather feisty deer.
Stop, dear.
Hold it by the collar.
It seems this deer has decided the man's property is prime stomping ground. And it's not leaving without a fight. Notice how the man is more focused on protecting himself without hurting the deer. He even mentions it's been going on for 5 minutes. This is no quick standoff. The truth is, as we humans continue to expand into wild spaces, these kinds of confrontations will become more frequent. Our homes and their habitats start to overlap. This encounter, though hopefully comical in its awkwardness, serves as a reminder. We need to be more responsible about encroaching on wildlife habitats. Let's give these creatures the space they need to avoid these clashes altogether. If you got so far in the video, it means you're a dedicated viewer. Thank you. And if you subscribe and hit the bell button, I promise to keep posting these for you to enjoy. Nature's got a way of surprising you with its beauty, even when it's a little dangerous. Take a look at this clip from Jharkhand, India. This isn't your everyday cobra. This one's a stunning shade of red, almost like a jewel come to life. It looks young, perhaps just starting to explore the world. Despite its captivating color, remember, a cobra is a cobra. There's an undeniable allure to this creature, but it's a reminder that beauty can sometimes come with a hidden warning. This clip perfectly illustrates the dangers of human encroachment on wildlife territory. We're taken to the Sri Lankan countryside, where an industrial building sits nestled amongst trees. Suddenly, an elephant appears, casually strolling around the factory grounds. Unaware, a worker comes out to dispose of some trash. As he turns around, he comes face to face with the elephant. He's understandably startled, stumbles, and dashes away to safety. Thankfully, the elephant seems more interested in exploring than confrontation. But this close encounter serves as a stark reminder. While the elephant didn't attack, anything could have happened. Animals are unpredictable, and their natural spaces are increasingly under pressure. We need to be more mindful of wildlife corridors and give these creatures the space they deserve. Let's coexist peacefully, with a healthy distance between our world and theirs. A relaxing day at the beach turns terrifying in seconds. You won't believe how aggressive this dolphin gets. A woman is wading in the shallows, enjoying the water, when a dolphin suddenly bursts forth, charging with surprising aggression. She's knocked down, scrambling to regain her footing as the dolphin circles back. She is terrified as she rushes toward shore. Now, here's something unexpected. See her dog just moments before she's safe. Her furry friend dashes out to meet her. It didn't have to fight, but it's a touching reminder that even in a moment of danger, our animal companions instinctively offer support. This incident shows the unpredictable nature of wild animals, even those we think of as playful. Luckily, it seems nobody was seriously injured, but it serves as a cautionary tale. Always be respectful and aware, even in seemingly familiar waters. Nature can change its mood in a heartbeat, as this clip from a seemingly peaceful suburban neighborhood proves. It's a beautiful afternoon. Everything is calm and quiet. But then, the weather warning blares. Pay close attention to how quickly things escalate. Within seconds, a torrential downpour unleashes its fury, accompanied by strong winds. This dramatic shift underscores the importance of being prepared. Weather warnings aren't issued lightly. They're there to keep us safe. So next time you hear that siren, take a moment to secure your belongings and head indoors. This clip delivers a chilling reminder of the importance of awareness in the wild. We see a man peacefully walking through a gorgeous wooded area, a stream glistening amongst the trees, a perfect spot for a day of fishing. Suddenly, the tranquility shatters. A black bear emerges, growling menacingly. Watch how the man reacts. He remains calm but assertive. Those loud sounds and firm stance are classic bear deterrence technique. It works. The bear hesitates, then retreats. But hold on, it circles back for another go. Again, the man stays composed, repeating his tactics. This time, the bear seems to lose interest and disappears back into the woods. A close call, no doubt. This encounter highlights two crucial points. Always be aware of your surroundings in bear country, and if confronted, staying calm and assertive can often deter an attack. Panicking can escalate the situation. Kudos to this man for keeping his cool. This terrifying clip was recorded somewhere in India when a group of men in a car spotted something nearby in the bushes and decided to stop and capture it on the camera. At first, everything seems pretty normal. But then just after a second, a head appears from behind the bushes, and we can clearly see that it was a wild animal waiting to pounce upon the first thing that passes closer by it. Not long after, a bike with two men on it happened to pass by with a closer distance, and the tiger, which was hiding, saw it as the best opportunity and attacked. Luckily, however, the tiger couldn't get to even touch them, and it kept running and went into the darkness again. Roads and highways like these have always been dangerous, especially at night when it gets hard to spot the danger nearby. Therefore, we all need to be very careful, at least when passing by these places. Recorded somewhere in Utah, this clip shows something that shocked every person who saw it. As they were on their way home, they spotted a huge being roaming around somewhat closer to where they were. So the person stopped the car and recorded the whole unusual scene on camera. If we talk about it, we can see that not only were the arms way too long to be a human being, but the head appeared to be sitting very low on the shoulders, as in, it was a very short neck or forward sitting head. Also, the head appeared small compared to the torso. This is commonly reported about the creatures known as Sasquatch, also noted high knee bend, when it is more profiled to the camera. So yes, it has all the characteristics of a Sasquatch. Size, coloration, stride, long arm swing. But truth be told, I cannot really tell. The video surely does not appear to be edited or altered, so yes, there is a bit of a chance that it might actually be real. This video was captured by someone who went into the deep, dark woods right in the middle of the night, and the reason behind them deciding to do so still remains unknown. Why would a person decide to roam into the dangerous wild specifically at the time when it is most dangerous and deadly? Upon wandering around a little, the man discovered something that surely sent shivers down his spine. Right above the tree were two glowing eyes staring right into the man's soul. The eyes were there for a few seconds before disappearing behind the tree, leaving the man shocked and eager to leave as soon as he could. Ask me, and I'd say it was a stupid thing to go there all alone because we can never know what lurks in the darkness there. And to me, the eyes look very real, though they could easily just belong to a wild animal glowing due to the flashlight. Just like the man in the previous clip, this one is also venturing around in the forest, right in the middle of the night. With a flashlight on and a camera recording, he looks here and there as if looking for something. And his quest for the unknown comes to the very end, when he sees a woman in a white dress walking right in the middle of the path he was on. The scene was terrifying enough to even make a grown man scared. The woman appeared to be a little distance away and was walking away from the man, or maybe even floating away from the man, because the motion did not look like someone walking to me. Her dress and her whole self were more transparent, which gave the man an idea that it definitely being a ghost. Even though the video ended right there, let's just think that he decided to run as fast as he could. For me, it could easily be CG, created to scare the people on the internet. But if it isn't, then God save us all. A man mounted on a tree stand looking for some bears or deer nearby recorded a sight he had never imagined. At first, it just looked like a shadow moving behind the woods, and the man thought it must be a bear. So he kept his focus on the thing and waited for it to come out into a more clear area. But as the creature kept moving, the man could see that unlike a bear, the creature was walking on two legs, just like a human would. Seconds into recording it, the man became sure that it was not a usual wild animal that he had just spotted. So after the creature was gone, the man rushed to his home and uploaded the clip on YouTube, where of course the first response he got was of the creature being a Bigfoot. From where I am seeing, it does look like a Bigfoot and closely resembles the characteristics. Unless and until it was someone with a costume on. A young girl was out on a drive with her mother and was busy recording the sunset that she found really pretty. However, seconds into the recording, she spotted something that shocked her, and she couldn't help asking her mother what exactly it was that she just spotted.
What was that?
For a second, from the bushes emerged a dark figure, and it looked as if it was trying to move around, or maybe trying to follow them. Thankfully, the mother did not stop the car and kept driving because it could have been a dangerous situation if she had stopped the car, where many people claim it to be a Bigfoot hiding in the bushes. For me, it could easily be a creepy man dressed in dark clothes with dangerous intentions. Going out in the wild in a car can be so fun until you encounter something that looked like it is straight out to some Jurassic Park movie. These men were out on an adventure when, at first, they saw several obstacles in the form of tree branches placed on the road to block the way, but the men did not pay much attention and kept moving on until one of them accidentally recorded a creature running in the wild pretty close to them and in the same direction they were headed. It looked like the creature was trying to catch up to their speed, and maybe then it planned to attack. The video stops there, but according to the men, they turned around and came back as soon as they could. Now, the area being completely remote, it is hard for a human to be there, and considering the appearance, it looked exactly like a Bigfoot. But was it real? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. There are times when even the hunter gets hunted, but thankfully it wasn't that case in this clip. When a hunter had set up everything and was all set with his equipment looking for some animal to pass by so he can hunt them down, he was paid a visit by an unexpected guest. A bear spotted him from afar and thought it would be a good idea to charge at him and try to scare the man away. So the bear tried its best, but unfortunately, the man was completely armed, and going closer to him would mean losing its life, so the bear turned away soon and went back to where it came from. Now, considering the fact that it was only one bear which gave the hunter a chance to scare it away, if it were a whole group, it would have been a really difficult situation for the man. A group of men in Texas have dedicated their whole lives to the sole purpose of proving that Bigfoots are real. They venture into the woods, setting up cameras and collecting as much proof as they can. A couple of months ago, when they thought they had enough proof, they held a press conference and decided to tell the whole world that what we all think of as belonging to mythical stories is actually the truth. That Bigfoot is as real as us humans and other animals. They recorded a clip from a night vision camera, and it can be seen walking around in the woods. And this wasn't all. They even had a clip which they claimed to be of a sleeping Bigfoot right in the middle of the woods during daytime. According to them, Bigfoots are shy creatures, therefore we don't get to see them often. But that does not mean they are not real. Personally, with so much proof, there is a chance that these men might be right. But there is always a doubt, you know. What if those are all fake? People's love for wild animals can sometimes be taken to the next level by some daredevils who think they can befriend these creatures. Where many of us cannot, some people actually succeed in training wild animals into being their best friends and not harming them at all. This man is one of them. He is friends with a lion, which he adopted as a small cub, and now that it has grown into a fully grown adult, the lion thinks of the man as its family. In this clip, we can clearly see how playful their bond is, as the lion plays with the man just like it would with other lions. Let's just all hope their friendship remains like this, and never ends in any kind of tragedy, because, well, it's a lion we're talking about here. This clip was recorded by two friends who were coming back from their mission of collecting some wood logs and were recording themselves carrying all that weight. As the man opened the front camera, intending to record himself and the friend walking behind him, that's when we see a weird creature quickly walking right behind them. It crossed the path and disappeared into the trees, leaving the guy shocked, unable to believe what he had just witnessed. By the appearance, the creature did not look like it was a human. It had dark black skin and was walking very quickly and in a weird manner. According to the men, they had never seen anything like that in the area ever before. But to me, it just looks like a kid with costume on trying to play a prank on them. In an eerie forest, an unsettling video captured the elusive Bigfoot almost running towards somewhere, as if trying to run away from the eyes of humans, or from some other danger unknown to us. Its form, almost humanoid yet unlike a human at the same time, had massive hands and feet that dwarfed any human. Mysterious and enigmatic, this creature defied easy classification, sending shivers down the spine. With swift, almost ghostly speed, it moved through the trees and the bushes, leaving an unsettling sense of awe and fear in its wake. The encounter left everyone on YouTube questioning the unknown and the chilling possibility of creatures that exist beyond our comprehension. Truth be told, even though many say that it could be a Bigfoot, for me, it could easily be a human which appears to be like this because of the camera being too far from him. When a man went for a hunting spree in the woods in the middle of the night, he had no idea about what was coming next. Minutes walking into the darkness, he saw something creepy right in front of him. A pair of large glowing eyes were staring right at him from a distance. The man, though scared, continued to record what was happening. According to him, the area was remote and only goes downhill from the spot he was standing on. Therefore, whoever was there staring at him must be really huge to be that visible from that distance. After waiting for a minute, the man decided to shoot in that direction, which made the creature run out of fear.
What do we do? Oh.
And that's when we got a little glimpse of it. But even after zooming it, slowing it down, and stabilizing it, I cannot make out what the creature looked like. It was too dark, and the creature was too fast to be properly captured on the camera. So, I cannot exactly say what it was. Could be an animal or could be something else too. I've found this image online, with the user claiming they have captured this on trail camera. It is no question what the first thought anyone would have. That is the face of the legendary Bigfoot. Its face fully covered in brown hair, a large nose, perhaps for a body just as big. On the other hand, its eyes seem to convey also a gentleness. Could this image be real or fake? Is it the real face of the legendary creature? A large and ominous-looking predator emerges from the right into the camera frame. Moving almost too quickly to focus on it, disappears in seconds from view. A chance encounter of a lifetime occurs when this person captures what appears to be a creature of legend known as the Almasty or Snowman of the Caucasus. This cousin to Bigfoot and the Yeti is believed to roam the Caucasian wilds. Approximately 6 feet tall with red or black fur, the creature is believed to have slanted eyes that glow red in the dark. In a strange bounding leaping gait, it proceeds to tear through the forest as if in pursuit of something we cannot see. The cameraman manages to capture a clear glimpse of it just before it disappears. These mysterious beasts can move at 37 miles per hour and resemble something between an ape and a Neanderthal. Watch as the creature almost jumps from one step to another. Had this unsuspecting voyeur been spotted, it would be unlikely that they'd manage to escape at the pace the creature is able to pursue its prey. A man films a live video of himself walking around a seemingly deserted ship deck at night. No sooner has he started filming when his eyes grow wide with surprise. He turns the phone camera to the water, and it takes a moment to realize that we aren't seeing something but hearing it. At first, it sounds like the wail of a child in the distance, but with every repeated sound, it becomes something far more abstract and eerie.
I hear him. Where's he at? What the fuck is that noise?
He breaks into a run, moving to the hull of the ship to get closer to the sound. This time, a distinct series of calls are heard coming from the darkness beyond. Something or someone throws its voice as if responding to him.
That's crazy.
Later, he posts a replay of his live video, calling out to the voice. A clear response is heard from the distance as he balances precariously to get as close to the sound as possible.
Can you hear me? Yo, that shit was instantaneous, bro. Oh, I gotta watch my step out here, man.
Listen to its distinct call, just a second before he calls out again to it.
Where are you? Oh, that's over here. Wait, no, now it's there.
The voice appears to be coming from two places at once. What is this strange call? There does not appear to be another boat in close proximity. Could it be a ghost from some long, forgotten shipwreck? Or the mythical mermaid, like sirens who lured sailors with their haunting song, only to have them drown when their boats capsized on the rocks? This video comes from Reddit and was recorded by a family visiting their grandma's old abandoned home, where they found something really disturbing and unsettling. In the video, the husband, who is the camera person, is exploring the attic. While exploring, he hears a loud noise coming from the nearby boxes, which startles him. His wife calls him to come down quickly, as she is also getting scared. The man rushes down the attic ladder and hands the camera to his wife. However, as he descends the ladder, the camera captures a terrifying figure peeking its head from the attic entrance. This figure looks like a hairless, naked humanoid person. They quickly close the attic door, and the video ends. It's a really scary scene, and my advice to this couple is to sell the grandma's home at a discounted rate, because it's not worth living with that humanoid thing there. Imagine being stalked by something that you don't even know what it is. This unfortunate homeowner experienced exactly the same scenario. In this video, we see the homeowner recording his backyard through the window, while talking to someone named Mike on the phone.
We're back in the weeds? Yeah, like it knows something's going on. I got it now. I got on tape.
He is telling Mike that there is some figure in his backyard, and it's stalking him. Suddenly, the figure comes close, and we can see its eerie appearance. Its body is fully white, and its hands move in a strange way. Seeing this stalker, the homeowner becomes more fearful and talks to Mike in a really scared tone.
Oh my god, there it is, Mike. It came back. Oh my gosh. This thing is looking weird. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Watching this video, I know you have a question in your mind. Why didn't the homeowner call the police? He did call the police multiple times and filed multiple police reports, but nothing happened as the police thought he was crazy. To me, this video looks real, as we can clearly hear the fear in the homeowner's voice when he sees this creepy stalker. This video is from India, where some bikers recorded an unknown creature walking down an empty road in the middle of the night. This creature looks humanoid, both in its posture and walk, but the weird thing about this creature is that its skin is pale white. Also, there's something about its head and facial features that makes it super unsettling to me. The bikers are also a bit hesitant and scared to cross because of this creature ahead. There can be a logical explanation for this video. It could be fake, and the unknown creature is a human wearing a mask. But again, why would they walk on an empty road in the middle of the night to scare off bikers? Why wouldn't they try it in the city or a nearby village? What do you think about this encounter? This video is from Russia and captures the sighting of a creature that resembles the appearance of a Bigfoot. In the video, we see a view of tall woods. However, when the camera pans towards an uphill area, we see a creature hiding instantly seeing the camera. On reviewing and slowing down the video, we can see that this creature has a massive body frame, and its body looks like it is covered in thick fur. Also, this creature's head shape and body structure look too humanoid, resembling those of the legendary Bigfoot. What really creeps me out is that the Bigfoot seems to be stalking the cameraman, and as soon as the camera pans towards it, it tries to hide. I don't know what this Bigfoot's motives were, but I'm sure they weren't pleasant. This video was recorded by a hiker in the boreal forest region of Canada, and during his hike, he felt an unsettling sensation of being watched. The hiker then pans his camera around to capture the surroundings, but he notices something in the distance. Zooming in on the mysterious figure, he realizes it's looking directly back at him. At first, the figure appears to be covered in black fur and resembles a bear. However, upon closer inspection, the creature has a humanoid head, akin to an ape or a gorilla. Given that there are no apes or gorillas in Canada, the identity of this creature remains a mystery. I believe it could be a young Bigfoot, judging by its height compared to the surrounding trees. Regardless of its age, the hiker might have been in a precarious situation at that moment. Venturing into the woods for a cozy and refreshing forest adventure, most hikers expect to encounter deer and other typical wildlife. However, there's always the chance of stumbling upon something like this. In this video recorded in the woods of Tennessee, we see a scene of dense trees with fencing in the foreground. Amidst the trees, a dark and eerie figure is standing. The entire 1 minute and 27-second clip captures this creature just staring at the camera without any movement. The creature's motionless demeanor led me to speculate that it could be the remains of a burned tree, taking on this peculiar humanoid shape. What are your thoughts on this? This video was uploaded on Facebook by a user claiming to have captured the sighting of a real Bigfoot during their hiking adventure. In the video, we see a view of a forest, and we can also hear the uploader behind the camera. In the distance, there is something moving.
I'm positive it's a Bigfoot, I think.
The cameraman is convinced that it's the legendary Bigfoot because of its appearance, fitting the description of a Bigfoot. The Bigfoot is casually strolling through the woods without any worries. Appearance-wise, this creature has a massive body frame with really big legs, and its walking posture is humanoid, although a bit too much. To me, this video looks kind of fake, because after a few seconds, the Bigfoot starts walking strangely. And I think it was a person in a Bigfoot costume doing a skit, and the camera person was in on it. A group of tourists were stunned when they saw a crocodile that they had never seen before. This crocodile looked normal at first, but when it came close to the camera, we could see that it was missing its right front leg. Despite not having a leg, this crocodile was really fast and instantly dove into the mud, swimming with ease. There was nothing unusual or mysterious about this crocodile, but it was really fascinating to see the crocodile functioning normally even with a missing leg. It sprinted like a normal crocodile would, maintaining the same speed and technique. However, what bothers me here is how this ferocious creature lost its leg. Was it another crocodile, or was it something else far worse and scary in the water that did it? I have a hard time handling my bulldog. I can't imagine what hardships lion owners will have to face. And yes, you heard it right. People keep them as pets, just like this family. In this video, we see a mother and her son with their lion pet, and it seems like they are playing. However, they aren't playing. The lion is a bit frustrated and is trying to grab onto the boy, and his mother tries to defend him. The boy is struggling to get away. The husband, seeing the situation escalating, also enters the scene and tries to free the son. After struggling for a while, they get a hold on the lion. This was a really scary encounter for the poor boy, as he was in the grip of the world's most ferocious predator for a few seconds. However, I don't think the lion was planning to harm the kid. They only do that when they feel hungry. This lion was just frustrated a bit and, I think, playing with the boy, but in a slightly aggressive manner. If you have a phobia of insects, please skip this clip. This video comes from Africa, and in it we see a man in his kayak going towards a tree. He then does a stupid thing and hits his paddle on the tree branch, and from that branch, tons of bugs start flying around. These bugs and insects surround the man, and he starts paddling back in his kayak immediately. This man did this on purpose, but he didn't know that there were this many insects on that branch. Also, I don't know what these insects are. They can be mosquitoes or something like that. But whatever they were indeed creepy and scary. I don't have a phobia of insects, but after watching this video, I think I will consider myself as someone with entomophobia. This video comes from a house nanny cam, and in it we see a girl sitting on the couch using her mobile phone. She is busy with her mobile phone, and suddenly we see the plant leaves on the table in front of her move. After that, the object on the table falls off on its own, and the girl notices it. She thinks it's nothing, and picks the thing up from the ground and puts it back on the table. But as soon as she puts it back, the door of the cabinet beside her opens on its own. The door opens and closes on its own. And seeing that, the girl knows that now it's not normal. She straddles and yells for her mom, and then runs off from there. I think this video is really interesting and real, considering the natural reaction of the girl to these encounters. Also, the plant leaf movement left unknown by the girl also shows that there was some spirit present there, doing all this haunting. This man heard something was on his roof, making noises and moving around. Although he was a bit scared, he went outside trying to get rid of it, thinking it must be a large bird or a lost cat. But he was not prepared for what he is about to see.
Okay. Get the other side. Oh, damn!
Once he looks on top of his house, he can see a pair of glowing eyes staring at him, while also hiding behind the roof.
Holy shit, alright. Son of a bitch is one on the other side of the house.
But once he gets to the other side of the house to see the creature better, he sees only a terrifying sight.
What the hell? Where'd it go? What is that?
What exactly did this man catch on camera on top of his house? Was it perhaps an owl that seems creepier than usual? Or was it some kind of cryptid? Considering the carcass it left behind, it seems really terrifying and likely that it was something out of the ordinary. These videos that I am about to show you come from Scott Carpenter, and he is certain that in the area where he lives, there lives at least one Bigfoot, but he is stranger than any one Bigfoot you've seen. He claims that this Bigfoot is a completely white one, and he has some evidence to show for that claim. He traversed the forests and took recordings of every journey, and with more long hours of going through every footage and enhancing it, he has found some strange sightings of something that's been stalking him all throughout his journey. He has spotted many times a white figure trying to hide near bushes or trees, while keeping a close eye on his movements. Scott's cameras managed to pick up multiple occurrences of this. but one of the best sights he caught was the creature's face. We can see the special color of the creature, which I am guessing isn't helping it hide at all in a green forest. But the creature also seems strangely creepy and cautious at the same time, as if he is fearing Scott. Could this be a mutation of the known Bigfoot creature? A mutation that made it completely white? This security footage was taken by someone who set up these cameras because they believe the house is haunted and wanted proof of that. And as you are about to see in this clip, the house certainly is haunted. We can see the woman sleeping in her room, everything starting out normal. But just a bit past 8 p.m., we can see the door of a small cabinet opening on its own. Soon after, the light inside it starts going on and off. But creepier, the stand near her bed seems to move slowly, to a point where it hits the bed, as if to wake her up. Once she wakes up thinking she heard something, she calls after someone in the house, who immediately comes to comfort her.
Honey?
They go back into the room to check again, knowing something is not right, but decide they do not want to stay in that room any longer. But just a few seconds after they leave, this happens. The footage ends there, but we can all say with certainty, something is wrong in that house. Could it be a poltergeist playing with them? This security footage caught a creepy sight. It seems to be placed in a house under construction, perhaps to see if anyone comes to steal any of the building materials. But as soon as this clip starts, we can see something coming out of the next room. It looks like the shadow of a man that is walking slowly, heading towards the next room. I am not sure whether it is the way the camera is set up, but the figure seems incredibly large, almost reaching the height of that tall door. It is truly a creepy sight. What exactly could it be? Is this some kind of a shadow ghost? Or is it just some flickering of the camera that created a creepy glitch on the screen? This hiker started recording with his phone while in the forest because he realized something might be stalking him. Although he shakes the camera a lot, perhaps due to being anxious, we can easily spot something in the distance, looking directly at him. The figure appears humanoid, but fully dressed in black, or perhaps black hair. Although the hiker managed to get out of the forest safely, he claims to have been shaken by what he saw that day, and is unsure himself of what he's seen, not knowing if it was a weird person following him around or something more creepy. Many claimed that is a Sasquatch, who got a bit too interested in this particular case and decided to follow him around. But given the bad quality of the video, I'm not so sure that is the case, when it can also be all a setup. What do you think? This elementary school principal from Nicholas County, West Virginia, had a terrifying jump scare. We can see him near a dumpster, trying to unlock it, but little does he know of what he is about to encounter inside it. As he removes the metal bar, keeping it closed, we quickly see it open. In that moment, a big, furry head pops out of the dumpster and greets the principal, who immediately gets scared and starts running for his life. The black bear climbs out of the dumpster and proceeds to also run in the other direction. We also have the footage of how the bear got inside it. A trail camera conveniently set up directly near the dumpster spots the bear as he just flips the metal lock bar, bends it upwards, and proceeds to squirm inside it. Apparently, the bear was not locked inside it, as it seems he can easily open and get out of the dumpster. So perhaps the principal just disturbed his post-meal nap. In a winter forest, where the trees are bare and a light snow covers the ground, a man captures a curious sight on his camera. He spots a large black and hairy creature walking on two legs through the trees. It closely resembles what many would describe as Bigfoot. As he tries to zoom in for a clearer view, the creature briefly disappears from the frame. But he soon spots it again, moving amongst the trees. This video, taken in the quiet of a wintry woodland, naturally brings up the question, could this be the elusive Bigfoot? It's a thought that excites the imagination, considering the tales and legends surrounding such a creature. Though the idea of spotting Bigfoot is fascinating, realistically, it could also be something more mundane, like a person in a costume or an animal that looks unusual from a distance. In the silent, shadowy backdrop of the woods at night, a trail camera captures a chilling image. There, partially hidden behind a tree, is a humanoid figure with eyes that glow in the dark. The creature's appearance is eerie, almost ghost-like, stirring a sense of unease. The camera, designed to record wildlife, now presents us with a puzzle. The figure's shape is distinctly humanoid, but its glowing eyes and the way it lurks in the darkness are far from ordinary. Could this be a creature of the night previously unknown to us? Or is there a more logical explanation, like an animal caught in the right light, or even a person in some reflective gear? While the image is certainly creepy, and the idea of an unknown creature is thrilling, I'm inclined to think there's a simpler explanation. In the mysterious world of the night forest, even the mundane can seem extraordinary. From high above, a man films the murky, muddy waters below. As he captures the scene, something immense stirs beneath the surface. For a brief 3 seconds, part of a gigantic creature emerges. Breaking the stillness of the water, it's a fleeting glimpse, but enough to spark wonder and curiosity. The size of what appears suggests it's no ordinary inhabitant of these waters. Is this a sighting of a mysterious, perhaps unknown creature lurking in the depths? Or could it simply be the water playing tricks, forming waves that look like something more? The idea of an undiscovered giant beneath the water is intriguing, yet my practical side leans towards a more natural explanation, like an unusual wave pattern or debris moving under the water. In the realm of the unexplained, the line between reality and illusion is often as fluid as the water itself. A surveillance camera, stationed within the quiet embrace of the woods, watches over a private property and an abandoned building near the entrance. As it records the stillness, a peculiar sight emerges. A shadow, black and somewhat translucent, takes on a human shape as it moves along the path from the woods towards the building. It's a fleeting and mysterious presence, leaving us to wonder about its nature. The shadow's human-like form and the way it glides towards the abandoned structure naturally stirs thoughts of the supernatural. Could this be a ghost, a visitor from another realm? Or is there a more earthly explanation, like a trick of light or a reflection, creating illusions in the forest's depth? In my view, while the idea of a ghost is intriguing, the practical side suggests it might be something less mystical. It's often the case that shadows and light play tricks on cameras, especially in such isolated and overgrown settings. From the vantage point of a surveillance camera in a shop, we're shown a scene that seems ordinary at first. Customers move about, and their reflections appear in a large mirror inside the store. We see a man walking by the mirror, his image mirrored alongside two other people in the shop. A girl sitting on a bench and another man at the cash register. Then something unusual happens. Another man, slim and dressed in black with sunglasses, walks in front of the mirror. Strangely, he has no reflection. It's a moment that defies logic, as we've just seen others reflected normally. Could this be a trick of light or angle, or something more mysterious? The man's attire and sunglasses add an aura of intrigue to the situation. It's a peculiar incident that challenges our understanding of how mirrors work. In my opinion, while the lack of reflection is baffling, there's likely a logical explanation. Perhaps the man's position relative to the mirror or a unique characteristic of the mirror itself could be factors. In a world full of cameras and mirrors, sometimes the ordinary can appear extraordinary. Captured through a camera mounted on a boy's body, we witness a daring Cliff jump into the water below. His friends' voices can be heard, cheering him on as he takes the leap. The boy, now in a state of panic, looks underwater and, to his horror, sees a shark swimming right beside him. In a frantic effort to escape, he swims desperately. Glancing back, he realizes the shark is directly below him. The tension is palpable as he races to the safety of the shore. Miraculously, he makes it out of the water unharmed, the shark having shown no aggression beyond curious circling. This heart-stopping encounter is a stark reminder of the unpredictable nature of the wild. In my opinion, while the boy was fortunate that the shark was merely curious, it underscores the importance of being aware of our surroundings, especially in habitats shared with wildlife. It's a lucky escape that could have ended differently. In this intriguing video, a man who finds himself lost in the woods stumbles upon a mysterious hut. The structure is crudely made from dead branches and leaves, with an eerie collection of items at its entrance. Bird bones, stones, dead flowers, and makeshift crosses crafted from tree branches. The scene is reminiscent of something out of a folktale or a horror story. As he films this curious hut, the man notices a silhouette in the distance. It's a woman, cloaked and moving swiftly, darting towards the trees to hide. The sudden appearance of this figure in such a setting raises questions. Is this a real-life witch, straight out of folklore, or could it be someone playing a prank? Aware of the unsettling atmosphere they're in, the setting and the items at the hut's entrance certainly paint a picture that could lead one to imagine witchcraft. In my opinion, while the thought of encountering a witch in the woods is a thrilling prospect, it's more likely to be someone playing a prank or simply enjoying their own fantasy in the solitude of the woods. The woods have always been a place where imagination can run wild. In this video, a woman stands in front of her house, nestled in the heart of the woods, and films a curious and unsettling sight. Through the trees, she spots the silhouette of what appears to be a humanoid figure, seemingly peeking out from behind a tree. For a brief moment, she captures the creature's head on camera, its features obscured but distinctly human-like.
Now, there is somebody over there.
I'll go check.
Hiding by our tree.
Convinced that someone or something is watching them, she sends her husband and their dog to investigate the mysterious presence. The suspense builds as they approach the spot where the figure was seen. This situation raises questions. Is it a person, perhaps lost or spying, lurking in the woods? Or could it be something more unusual? A creature of the forest not often seen by human eyes. In my view, while the idea of a strange creature is intriguing, the likelihood of it being a curious person or even a trick of light and shadow seems higher. In the dense woods, it's easy for the imagination to see things that might not be there. In this video, a man films from the stairs of a terrace overlooking a natural area known for its crocodile inhabitants. One of these crocodiles is seen up close, standing at the edge of the terrace, almost as if it's watching the people there. It's a tense moment, as crocodiles are known for their power and unpredictability. Then, in a surprising act of bravery, another man steps off the terrace, armed with nothing more than a pan. He approaches the crocodile and boldly taps it on the head with the pan, successfully persuading it to leave the area. This encounter is a striking example of human courage in the face of potential danger. While it's impressive to see someone manage to safely deter a crocodile in this way, it's important to remember that interacting with wild animals, especially predators like crocodiles, can be extremely risky. In my opinion, while the man's actions were effective, it's always safer to maintain a respectful distance from wildlife to avoid potential harm. In a snowy mountain setting, a person is filming the picturesque landscape, capturing the serene beauty of snow-covered trees. As the camera pans, something unexpected and startling comes into view. Standing in front of one of the trees is a large, black, hairy creature on 2 feet. Its appearance is strikingly similar to what many would describe as Bigfoot. The sight of such a creature is enough to send a jolt of fear through anyone, and that's exactly what happens to the person filming. Upon spotting what he believes to be Bigfoot, panic sets in and he starts running, the camera shaking as he flees. Encounters like this, whether real or mistaken, tap into our deep fascination with the unknown creatures of the wild. In my opinion, while it's thrilling to consider the possibility of a Bigfoot sighting, it's also likely that fear and the mysterious setting could make a normal animal appear more ominous and unfamiliar. In the wilderness, it's easy for the imagination to transform shadows into legends. In this video, filmed by an onlooker, we see 3 girls experiencing a nerve-wracking encounter with a black bear while hiking. They're doing their best to stay calm, avoiding any sudden movements that could provoke the bear. Interestingly, the bear seems particularly curious about one of the girls. It stands on its hind legs, sniffing her, even going so far as to gently grab one of her feet with its paw, continuing to explore her scent. After this tense moment, the bear eventually loses interest and ambles away, leaving the girls unharmed. This encounter is unusual, highlighting the unpredictable nature of wildlife. Black bears are generally not known to approach humans so closely, especially in a non-aggressive manner. In my opinion, while the bear's behavior was strange, it serves as a reminder of the importance of being cautious and respectful when we're in the territory of wild animals. The girl's response to remain calm lie helped in avoiding a more threatening situation. In a charming garden scene, a man is being guided by kids as they playfully show him around. Their tour leads them to an apple tree, where the man's attention is caught by a unique insect perched on the tree. It's an eye-catching creature with vibrant green wings and a long body, resembling a dragonfly. However, as it takes flight, something extraordinary happens. Its shape transforms, resembling what one might describe as a fairy. The sight is captivating, blurring the lines between reality and fantasy. The insect's flight and appearance in the air evoke images of fairies from children's tales. But is this truly a mythical being, or could it be a trick of the camera, perhaps capturing the insect at an angle that gives it a fairy-like appearance? In my opinion, while the idea of stumbling upon a fairy in the garden is enchanting, it's more likely to be an unusual insect or a camera effect. In this intriguing video, a man in the wild captures a distant and unusual sight. Far off in the distance, There appears to be a humanoid creature, its form and movements unlike any typical wildlife. Intrigued, the man tries to zoom in with his camera, hoping to get a clearer view and perhaps identify what this mysterious figure might be. However, as soon as he starts zooming in, the creature begins to move away, vanishing from sight before the man can get a better look. The brief and distant encounter leaves us with more questions than answers. Was this an undiscovered creature, a trick of the light, or perhaps just a person in the distance, misperceived due to the setting? In my view, while the possibility of an unknown humanoid creature stirs the imagination, it's more likely to be a case of mistaken identity or optical illusion, especially given the creature's quick disappearance and the distance involved. In this video, a man ventures into the green woods as dusk falls, casting a dim light through the trees. He's using a flashlight to navigate and explore. As he moves the light around, something startling catches his attention. A pair of glowing eyes peering at him from behind the foliage. The sight is eerie, the eyes shining in the darkness amidst the green leaves. The glowing eyes in the dim forest create a spooky atmosphere. It's a common occurrence in the wild for certain animals' eyes to reflect light, giving them an otherworldly glow. The question arises, what kind of creature is watching from the shadows? Is it a nocturnal animal native to the woods, or something more mysterious? Given the setting and the nature of wildlife, my opinion leans towards the eyes belonging to a forest animal, perhaps a deer or a raccoon. The woods at night can make even the most familiar creatures seem mysterious and unnerving. In a video captured by a surveillance camera overlooking a wooded path, a startling event unfolds. A boy is walking along the path when, suddenly, a black, translucent shadow with a human shape appears from one side. In an unexpected and chilling moment, the shadowy figure seems to push the boy. Startled and knocked off balance, the boy quickly gets up. Then, just as abruptly as it appeared, the shadow vanishes, leaving the boy alone and understandably frightened, prompting him to run away. This mysterious encounter raises questions about what the shadow could be. It looks like a ghost, especially with its translucent appearance and the way it interacts with the boy. While the idea of a ghost is intriguing and fits the eerie nature of the video, it's also worth considering other explanations like a trick of light or a reflection that created an illusion of a human shape. In this video, a security guard is walking through the halls of a hospital, recording his routine patrol. The hospital corridors are quiet and seemingly ordinary. However, as he turns a corner, something unusual and unsettling occurs. A humanoid figure briefly appears from behind a corner and then, just as suddenly, vanishes into thin air. The brief appearance of this figure in the sterile clinical setting of a hospital adds to the eeriness of the encounter. Was it just another person in the hospital? Perhaps a patient or a staff member playing a prank? Or could it be something more mysterious, like a ghost, given the way it disappeared so abruptly? Considering the setting and the nature of the incident, it's tempting to lean towards a supernatural explanation. This hunter caught one of the most amazing footage of Bigfoot while he was standing on his deer stand, waiting for some hunt. But he quickly realizes that the forest is home to more than just deer, as he begins to spot a big humanoid figure stalking.
What in the world is that thing? Doesn't look like a deer.
This went on for 20 minutes, as this Bigfoot seemed to inspect the area, as if he knew something was off about this area. If we zoom in on the creature, it appears fully covered in brown hair with a big and frightening body, while at the same time moving as if he was fully confident to be in that forest. But what came after was truly terrifying. Deep howls in the forest, as if calling for someone, or threatening anyone who would dare to enter its domain. The hunter at this point was frightened enough and quickly forgot any idea of hunting deer that day.
I've never seen anything like that before in my whole life. I'm out of here.
These captivating photographs were captured by a motion detection trail camera equipped with night vision capabilities. We can immediately see an enigmatic figure, an anomaly amidst the natural backdrop of the forest. The subject of these photographs is undeniably strange. Its humanoid appearance is unmistakable, yet it lacks the conventional attire associated with humans. Instead, its entire form is enveloped in a dense covering of hair, evoking a sense of primal wilderness. Examining the creature's physique, we are drawn to its remarkably elongated arms, reminiscent of those found in monkeys or apes, which I am pretty sure are not freely roaming the USA. The creature's robust build further defies easy classification, leaving us perplexed and in search of answers. Many people have proposed that these images may capture a creature of legend, the elusive and mysterious Bigfoot. Tales of this legendary creature have persisted for generations, often described as a towering being inhabiting remote wilderness areas. And as we've seen in previous videos, there are more and more sightings. Click here. Thank you for tuning in.